there's fire on the mountain as there will be no election um in the southeast throughout the presidential and other elections that will be holding in the southeast because of a one man that calls himself Simon Ekpa. He has given direction. Okay, but Nigerians are not taking it easy with him, saying that there should be no election. Everybody should stay at home. Stay at home during election. Like, seriously? Nigerians on Twitter have unleashed an attack on Simon Ekpa, the self-acclaimed disciple of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, for declaring total lockdown in the southeast region of the country during the forthcoming 2023 general elections. Ekpa, who claimed to be fighting for the actualization of the Biafra nation, declared what he tagged lockdown and curfew in Biafra land from February 23rd to 28th, 2023 to disrupt the February 25th presidential and National Assembly election in the region, vowing that there will be no election in the southeast. So does it mean this man cannot be picked up from Finland? Does it mean cannot be picked up? Because I don't really understand. What kind of freedom is he really getting or is enjoying from that place?
Probably the government has not taken time to seek for ways to pick him back. If he's a citizen of Finland, it might not be easy to pick him from Finland back to Nigeria, even using the Interpol, because there has to be an alignment between federal government of Nigeria and the government of Finland before that can happen. So I'm sure the government has not made any move. Meanwhile, the move they made to pick Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria is still haunting them, and they're not out of that mess yet. So they wouldn't want to embark on another action of such nature. So let's Simon Ekpa be enjoying his freedom for now, until probably his cup will also be full.
But do you think that the federal government will be interested in picking him, since it's all talking about election? Because somebody was saying that oh, this is a free ticket or free victory for APC.
Yeah, so rather than listening to him, he's currently being seen as a noisemaker from abroad, because even the people of the southeast are not going to listen to him. All the governors in the southeast obviously will not allow the sit at home. Even the ordinary people that are sitting at home in the southeast are tired of sitting at home because it's not putting food on their table. So I see that as just an empty threat and empty instruction. I know there are some loyalists that will want to implement it in the southeast, but again, if anybody that disrupts federal election is as well as calling for anarchy, because the military will discharge full force on such individuals. The federal government, the National Peace Committee, the security agencies, the military, they've all had agreement that everything has to be put in place to ensure peaceful election, and every individual voting and every voting pool or voting unit must be protected and secured. So, and telling the Igbos not to vote is disenfranchising them, because whatever is the outcome, they have to accept it. That is it. So, not voting in the southeast is not at their interest.
So, do you think that it is like I said, whether the federal government will be interested in that, or it is the responsibility of the southeast leaders and the governors, whether they can go and if they cannot even pick him up, but at least to report to the government of that country where he is?
I think it's for now. There's a more serious business at hand, which is the election. So they will undermine him for now. Even Kanu has said it from DSL detention that nobody should undermine Simon Ekpa. It's not sending him to do all those things he's doing. So it's on his own. Simon Ekpa is looking for self-glory. So there are more serious things to do than hunting Simon Ekpa from Finland. So let's finish our election. I'm sure the Johannes Ndigbo, the governors, and all the well-meaning Southeastern person would want to finish the election first and then have the outcome. Now that we have a respected candidate from Southeast, and the best opportunity for the Southeast to produce president of Nigeria, so that there will be that government of inclusion that Biafra have been looking for. Sitting at home is as good as denying themselves that opportunity, and that would be to the detriment of the people of Southeast. So now is the best time for the Igbos to come together and then get that presidency that they were looking for since Nigerian independence, or since after the Civil War. So Simon Ekpa is not talking in the interest
so that
of...
is the reason why a lot of people are like, it's like this guy is working for the government, because that's why I say, do you think the government, the federal government will be interested? Because if this, we always claim that Seth had claimed the what is it called, disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu has over the time repeatedly saying there is no sit at home order, and this guy is still insisting that there must be sit at home. And also, when you said that the people will just ignore him, but do you know that unfortunately, when this guy talked about I think the last some months ago or some weeks ago, when he talked about this call for this sit at home, some people lost their lives and nothing happened. And that's what I'm scared of, that even if people say, oh, don't mind him, don't mind him, but at the end of the day, people's life, like you said, that some people who are loyal to him, we still want to carry out that operation. At the end of the day, maybe one or two persons, my life might go in for it. And so what are we going to be doing about those lives? Like the last incident that happened, this actor, the Popo, you know why we have Aki and Popo, whether the Popo also the brother was killed. See today, and that was it. That ends it. People just say, oh, don't mind Ekpa, don't mind Ekpa, but that family will have a better story to tell. They are not going to be happy throughout their lifetime in that family because of that incident. Not because he was sick, not because he was robbed, but just because of this same Samuel Ekpa directive. So this whole thing is just so so unfortunate. I don't know the last thing you need to say before we just
so the truth is that Simon Ekpa is no longer reasonable in his instructions, and everything is doing about Biafra. So the best thing is to ignore him, and let's face a more serious business at this moment. Let Southeasterners advise themselves, not allow somebody who is enjoying his life in Finland to dictate for them right back at home. If Simon Ekpa is interested in fighting for the freedom of Biafra, let him come home and do it, and then we'll know he's a serious person. That is it. So the Igbos should have sense now and learn their lessons.
So guys, let's hear your opinion and let's know what you think about this Samuel Ekpa stand. Thank you.